It is Motorcycle Awareness Month, and also today, the third Friday of every year, annually in May, is National Bike to Work Day. Elizabeth Ellis is joined with an officer to talk about bike safety. Elizabeth, what's going on?
Well, thank you, Emily. Joined now by Detective Kelvin Mosier, a former Rapid City Police Department motor officer. So we talked about motorcycle safety, but now we'll switch to the other two-wheel method of transportation, bike safety. What are your tips for that?
Oh, just like motorcycle racing, not racing, just like motorcycle riding. If you're going to be out on a bike today, make sure, again, to wear your helmet. And along with riding a helmet goes riding responsibly. And what I mean by riding responsibly is take a little extra time at your crosswalks, at your intersections. Just don't dart out into traffic. And if you happen to be riding with your kids this morning on a beautiful morning like it is today, make sure they stay close to you. Sometimes our younger ones don't have safety in mind. I got a little guy named Jace, and it's sometimes hard keeping the ropes around him, but keep them nearby. The last thing we'd want to see them do is dart out in traffic and have something bad happen.
And a lot of people may be riding their bike to work today, but if you're just riding for fun, where would you recommend you go?
You know, I would say the Canyon Lake area is absolutely beautiful, especially this time of year with the greenery coming up. The bike path around there is a really great place to ride. It's also, I would say, a safe place to ride just because there's not a lot of traffic that you have to cross along that area of the bike path.
And I think a lot of people tend to forget, even if you're on a motorcycle, on a bike, you still have the same rules as vehicles, correct?
Yes, if you're going to be riding a bike, if you're going to be on the street per se, make sure you try to stay as far as you can on the right-hand side of the road. And when you come up to those stop signs, make sure you stop just as you would in a car. And of course, if you come up to a stoplight, stop and wait and make sure the light turns green before you go.
And a couple car versus bicycle accidents recently. What are your tips for drivers to look out for those riding bicycles?
Again, it's spring and summer months. We're going to start seeing a lot more bicycles on the road. Just pay a lot of extra attention to what's going on around you. And as far as bicyclists go, again, just take that extra time when you get to those crosswalks and those intersections before you cross.
All right, well, thanks so much. We are live in Main Street Square talking about motorcycle safety, bike safety. And if you're new to biking, go to iCommute.com. It will provide resources, maps, how to get to work today on this annual Ride Your Bike to Work Day. We'll be right back on